Our next storyteller, our seventh of the evening, is Robert Movradinov. Robert, welcome up, Robert.
It was a rainy night. I ran back to my car, sat down, slammed the door, took out the key, and rammed it into the ignition. I was pissed. A couple days prior, a friend in my circle texted a few of us to let us know that on Friday at New Paris, this band was going to be playing. For those of you who don't know, that's a music venue. Thank you. On Friday, cumbia band, we'd get our boogie on, and it was perfect because I was planning to have this really horrendous week at work. It was going to be a perfect way to blow off some steam. I conveniently forgot that this friend was my most notoriously late friend. And I'm not talking about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm talking about 45, 50, 55. It was now an hour and 10 minutes after the fact. We'd been texting back and forth. I'll be there in 10. I'll be there in 20. I'll be there in this and that. And finally, I send her this rabid text, and I just say, you know what? I think I'm going to bounce. Sidebar. I lived in New York City for quite some time. And during that time, I was building equity, I was building my career, and I'd be in relationships, but I have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. When I came out to Cali, I changed up my strategy, and I decided I'm gonna be all in. The problem was, I'd go online and I couldn't stand it. I hated Tinder and Hinge, and it was like, I'm not meant to fall in love online, I'm meant to fall in love right here on Earth. I'm back in my car. Between that thought and the ping I get, bing, it's my friend. She says, Roberto, I'm gonna be there in 10 minutes. If you're there, great. If you're not, great. So I decide I'm just gonna suck it up. I think back to this journal entry that I had written about New York, and I just go back inside the place. She comes in when she said she would. We exchange drinks, we make up, I apologize for barking, and we have a good time. Another friend shows up, we're dancing, everything is perfect. They each go off and do their own thing. They're frolicking with new people that they've met. And I'm just standing there looking at the dance floor, and I'm in this place of complete tranquility. No expectations. And that's when I see her. I looked out, and she was an angel descended from heaven. And in my head, I had this whole fantasy like, oh, she looks Andean. Yeah, I bet you she's Peruvian. Which means something to me because I'm Colombian. And at some point, the song changes. She saunters off into another part of the dance floor, and I follow her, and I ask her, ¿Bailamos? Do you want to dance? And she says, sí. So we're on the dance floor, and we're talking, and it turns out she's not South American at all. She's actually from India. We're both... that kind of was my reaction as well. We're both first-generation Californians, and we're hitting it off, right? And a couple of details that you should know is that we're roughly the same height, but she's wearing 4-inch heels, so she's towering slightly above me, and she's so beautiful that when she speaks, like the words are just flowing in my ether, like nothing is really landing. But when it does land occasionally, I realize she's not only intelligent and witty, but she's also humble. And the other thing that you should know is that the entire time, she is holding a Pabst beer in a can. Now I'm thinking, you are not just fine, you are rootsy. She could do no wrong. She's untouchable. And apparently, I didn't do much wrong either because I got her number. I didn't play any games. I didn't wait 2 or 3 days. The very next morning, the first thing I did was I texted her. I said, my name is Robert. We met at New Paris last night. I had a fantastic time. Let's have a drink on Tuesday. To which she replied, I'd love to, with like 9 exclamations, give or take 6. The next thing I do is I text my friend, and I tell her, homegirl, you're not gonna believe this. I think I met a contender, and it's all because of you. If you had not shown up late last night, I might not have met this woman. And as a matter of fact, for the past 3 years, every time I see this friend, I wanna kiss her feet. because that contender is now my wife. And if everything runs as it should, in roughly 7 weeks, she will bear the fruit of our itty-bitty love. So, the next time you think somebody's being rude to you, consider, just for a second, that maybe the universe is trying to be exceedingly kind. And that perhaps, just maybe, you might get the gift of a lifetime. Thank you.